Can we see how big and hairy Chili's bum is? Chili has a super hairy bum, and when Chili gets scared, she's going to take her back legs and kick her bum hairs. They are super itchy. The more you scratch them, the itchier they get. And when Chili flicks her bum hairs at the predator that's trying to eat her, they're going to start sneezing and scratching, and then Chili just runs away. Now, is that scary or is that silly? Silly.
Funny.
She's flicking her bum hairs at you. So we are going to be able to hold Chili, alright?
Oh my God. I don't want to hold her.
It's okay.
You should take a picture.
Don't pet her, okay?
I can't do
Right
that.
down on our hands. So start over here. You want to try to hold her?
No. And Foodie is backing up. Staying away.
She's just not little. I'm trying to at least. Papa, she's so cute. Wait for your hand again. Eat. Babies don't even live up to that. Thank you.
Her eyes are right there. She doesn't even grasp the camera.
Oh,
You wanna try
another guest came.
Alright.
Amanda, do you want to touch a tarantula? Oh, she's so
You want to try, bud?
Yeah.
Ready?
She is cute.
Spider-Man is known as a toke gecko. And he gets the name toke gecko because when he gets scared, he will bark. And he doesn't bark like a dog, but he says, toke, toke. And he actually can fold himself upside down. He is super sticky. Does anyone know what makes Spider-Man so sticky?
Oh,
Somewhat, a little bit. He camouflages in a pretty cool way. He doesn't move that much. Alright, boys and girls. We asked if Spider-Man can camouflage. And Spider-Man, he doesn't change color really. He just gets lighter or darker depending if he's really angry or really happy and warm or cold. So that's how he changes his color. But can you see all the little extra skin he has under his chin? He has a big chubby chin and all this extra skin on the side of his body. And that's because when he's on a stick, pretend my arm's a branch. When he's on a stick like this, every part of his body on the bottom is touching the stick. So it actually makes no shadow. Because if we're standing in the sun, we have a big long shadow and you can tell that shadow's a person. But when he's on his stick and he's all the way very flat on the stick, it helps him blend in. So animals that try to eat these geckos just think it's a big bump in the stick when they see the shadow. Yes? This one's a boy, because the boys are usually bigger and brighter in the color. The girls aren't as bright, and the boys are brighter so that they can get a girlfriend. But we are going to say goodbye to Spider-Man.
Bye, Spider-Man.
And Squirt is known as a white tree frog. Now, we're not going to be able to touch Squirt, and there are 3 reasons why we can't touch Squirt. The first reason is, you know what Squirt does when he gets scared? He's going to pee. Do you guys want to have Squirt pee on your hands? No, yuck. And Squirt, it shoots like a water gun. He squirts his pee really far. And then the second reason why we can't touch Squirt is because Squirt is poisonous. Now, if Squirt is poisonous, how come I am able to touch him? What do you think, Angelina? Why do you think?
Because you own him?
Because I own him, because I'm a zookeeper, lots of people think. Well, it's because, can you see how brightly colored Squirt is? He's super bright green. And bright colors mean poisonous to other animals. So an animal are going to see that bright color and think not to eat it. Now, all frogs and toads in the whole entire world are poisonous. The ones that live around here just taste really bad. Are you guys ready to see a snake?
Yeah.
Alright, well, his name is Lightning, and I'm going to take out Lightning. This is Lightning. Can you guys say hi to Lightning?
Hi, Lightning.
Alright, Lightning is known as a black rat snake. And do you guys think there are snakes living in Canada?
Yes.
Do you think there are snakes living in Ontario?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know that there are snakes living 40 minutes away from here, just in Kingston? If we have a cottage or we go camping, you will see these snakes this summer. And they are the longest species of snake in Canada. You can take Lightning out like this and you can see how long he is. He's going to get even longer than this. He's around 6 feet long right now, and he's going to grow 8 to 9 feet long when he's done growing. Now, Lightning is known as an endangered animal. Does anyone know what an endangered animal is? Yes.
It has rats in there.
No, he doesn't have any rats in there. Are you ready to go touch bed? There you go. Good job.
You feed him rats in the food? What about
Yep.
if you touch his tongue?
If you touch his tongue, well, it's really hard to actually touch his tongue, and we don't want it. It tickles when he touches me with his tongue sometimes.
You feel like a dog to me.
A little bit.
Yeah. What if you squeeze him?
What if we squeeze him? I don't think he'll like it if we squeeze him.
What happens? Him will get dead, right?
All over. So we have to come and flip all the tortoises over some days. Lots of them always flip over. Yes, Jada?
Well, if his whole body goes in, then you have to get him all of his legs out.
Yeah, he would get them out. Because do you think Curious can't take off his shell? It's all of his bones. All this white, yellow stuff here is his bones, and all this brown stuff is like our hair and our fingernails. It's called keratin. So he can't take off his shell. It just grows bigger and bigger the more he grows.
Because his body.
Yeah.
When I was 5, my mom found a turtle that's a little bit bigger.
A little bit
In
bigger.
my backyard.
That might have been like a snapping turtle.
Yeah, what is snapping?
Yes, sea turtles are the biggest turtles, but there are bigger. There's tortoises that are big too.
Well, is there?
Steph, do you want to lean forward and pet him?
When we
Good job.
touch it,
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to swim or something. All right, do you want to lean forward and pet him? I just don't want him to go to the washroom on the blanket. Just lean forward here. Good job. All right, guys, can we sit down? I'm going to come to you, okay?
you know you
Yeah,
get
sit down. Okay,
I
bud.
don't know her name.
Her name? Because his name is my name. That's how I know. And good. This one's Curious, but there's another Stephanie over there, and I'm Stephanie too. I get really good at remembering names. All right, everybody. This is Pirate. Can we say hi to Pirate? Hi! And Pirate's reading a lot. Apparently he didn't like that, so he ripped it all up. Well, this is Pirate, and Pirate is known as a spiny-tailed iguana. Now, Pirate likes to climb trees, so he has extremely sharp claws that you guys can see on the front of his fingers. And I don't want to get cut by his sharp claws, so that's why I wear the glove on my hand. But Pirate, when he gets scared, he's going to take this tail of his and he can whip his tail. And he can actually break glass with his tail. It's so strong. But
Like this.
yeah, he whips it back and forth. But his tail is so strong, he actually has razor blades going down. Pirate can smell nice and big. He opens his mouth when we scratch him on his cheeks because he's super, super happy. He loves being scratched there. We have other iguanas. They go to sleep when you scratch them behind their ears or on the cheeks. But for some reason, Pirate just smiles when we do it. So we can scratch him right behind his ears or on his cheeks, and he smiles nice and big. He loves being pet there, okay? But you guys, you can't pet him behind his cheeks. Only I can pet him behind his cheeks because he does have very sharp teeth, and we don't want to get bit by his very sharp teeth, so just gently right down his back. But if Pirate starts to wiggle, he's wiggling a little bit, I just stick him straight. All right, sit down, okay, girls? Can you sit down for me?
When you put it up, his skin goes up. When you
All right, because just pet very gently down his back. All right, girls, pet very gently. Good job. All right, good job, buddy. Excellent. Let's clean this forward. Good job. Now move. Pirate's gonna keep still. Good, guys. Coach. Can everybody say hi to Coach? And let's all wave and say hi to Coach. Because Coach can wave and say hi to you guys. Now this is Coach. Now I'm going to take Coach's mouth of hers and I'm going to tape it closed because she talks a lot. And Coach is not an alligator, so if she's not an alligator, what could she be? Yes.
crocodile.
And she's not a crocodile either. Coach is known as a caiman. Can everyone say caiman? And Coach is known as the perfect time to tape her because now Coach is going to wiggle all over. Good girl, Coach. Good girl. awesome. Coach is a caiman. Caiman is a crocodilian. Caimans are in the crocodilian family. Crocodilians include alligators, crocodiles, caiman, and a species called gharials. They are all cousins to each other, so they are all related. Coach comes from South America, and that's the only place caiman live. And she's the smallest species of caiman in the whole entire world. But even though she's this size right now, Coach is still going to get bigger than you guys. She gets around 4 feet long when she's fully grown. Yes, Gina? Oh, you're really like that? You're going to look over at Mom.
Thank you.
Excellent. And then when Ari and Angelina sit back down, we're going to get everyone to pet Coach, okay? I don't think she heard you. She still can't hear you. Excellent, guys. But the first thing I'm going to teach you about snakes is that they can't hear you guys. They're deaf. And that's because Lemonade, sit back, okay? We're not going to pet yet. Lemonade does not have any holes in the side of her head. You might have seen some holes in the side of other animals' heads, and that's because those are their ears. So Lemonade does not have any external ear openings, so she can't hear you guys. Lemonade is the longest species of snake in the whole, does anyone have a guess what the longest species of snake in the whole world? Yes, but what do you think it is? It's the whole longest species of snake in the whole world. What do you think it is? Sit back, don't touch it. Sit back. We're not going to touch until I tell you, okay? Yes, bud?
Так близко. Главное не приближаться, сидеть подальше. Ну, вы знали, кого звать.
How would a predator hear, how would Lemonade hear a predator? Lemonade feels a predator. Lemonade feels a predator running on the ground. But Lemonade is known as a reticulated python, and that's the longest species of snake in the world. A reticulated python can get 20 to 25 feet long. Lemonade is only around 10 feet long, so she's going to get twice the size or bigger, and she can live 35 to 40 years. Lemonade is only 6 years old right now. She is just a baby. Do you have heat coming off your forehead? Yes, you do, right? Because you're alive. Snakes like to eat animals that are alive. We don't feed any of our snakes live animals. She eats dead ones, but we heat them up so she thinks that they're alive. So we make them nice and warm. So you're 2 for 2. You're moving around and you're giving off heat. Is Lemonade going to eat you? You're looking pretty good though, alright? But no, she's not eating you yet. She's even letting go of you. She's not constricting you. She's just heavy, right?
Yeah.
Because snakes can't constrict until they've bitten onto something. It's not physically possible. But I want everyone to put up your hands straight up in the air like this one. Everyone do it again. Put your hand up in the air. And then you're going to turn your head towards your arm. And smell. Gross! You guys just smelled your armpits. Angelina, did you smell like a chicken? No. Did you smell like a bunny rabbit? Anything furry or feathery? No, then you did not smell like food to the snakes. That's why Lemonade's not going to eat you, because again, the most important thing is the smell. But if you smelled like a chicken, you're running around and giving off heat, what does Lemonade think you are? A chicken, and she's going to say jackpot and gulp you down. And that's the only reason people have ever been eaten by snakes. And they weighed under 75 pounds, so they're smaller, but they're pig and goat farmers. So they just came off the farm, they just finished work, and then wandered around the Amazon thinking it'd be a good idea, and then ran into one of these snakes. The snake saw jackpot, gulped them down, and ate them, okay? So let's give Angelina a big round of applause. We're going to take Lemonade, and we are going to unwrap her. Alright, and we are going to pet Lemonade. But what